Talking about Drake this week. Not talking about his Twitter or the reason he is trending now, if you know what I mean, LOL, but his lavish lifestyle and spending habits with some crazy stories. Drake's $185 million jet has some insane custom features, but he also owns a $100 million amusement park and the most expensive shoes ever made. But there's so much more. Like, he owns the most expensive NBA championship ring in history. Yeah, Drake's definitely a hooper, but obviously he wasn't an NBA player. He's an ambassador for the Toronto Raptors. Even though it was controversial, he received a championship ring from the team, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. So he got a custom ring made with 30-carat diamonds, more than any NBA ring in history. And that's why it's worth a whopping $170,000. But this next item could send Drake to prison for over a decade, because when he bought cover art for his upcoming album Her Loss, he got sued for using a fake Vogue cover. Copyright infringement has a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison, so he had to pay a $5 million fine, a small price to pay to avoid prison, which would have changed his life forever. But Drake's life actually changed when he discovered Tupac because he inspired him to rap, so he got 2 Jesus pendants commissioned with Tupac's face on them, both for $330,000 apiece. But that's not where Drake's Tupac obsession stops. Apparently, when you sit down on his heated toilet seats, Tupac's Hit 'Em Up starts playing on loop. Lil Yankee said, "It gets pretty annoying though."
Every time it's like, yeah, you fat mother. It's so annoying when you gotta take a shit.
But Drake bought his craziest Tupac item at an auction. They were selling Tupac's famous crown ring, worn during his last public appearance on the MTV Music Awards, just days before he was murdered in Vegas. The ring is engraved Pac and Dada in 1996, a reference to Tupac's girl, Kidada Jones. He put down $1.07 million for the ring, making it the most valuable hip-hop artifact ever sold. Drake's not just a fan of Tupac, though. He's a huge fan of the NBA, too. He spent millions of dollars alone just on courtside tickets, but he also bought something that trolled Steph Curry so bad. It ended up costing the Warriors a championship for Game 1 of the 2019 Finals. Steph Curry and the Warriors were set to play Drake's Raptors, and Drake wanted to throw them off their game, so he called up a rare jersey collector who rushed to fulfill his unique request a couple days before the game. This jersey was so rare that the owner didn't even want to sell it to Drake, so he negotiated the hell out of the price. The jersey originally belonged to Steph's dad, Del Curry, when he briefly played for the Raptors. It was so rare since he only played with them for 3 years, so it cost him $22 grand. Having Curry on the back of an opposing team's jersey really got in the head of the Warriors, costing them the game, and it set the stage for them to lose the finals. Even though Drake likes to drop a bag on himself, he also gives back to his fans. He's known to give out Chanel or Louis bags to girls in the audience, but one fan got something extra special. During one of his shows, Drake saw someone in the audience holding up a sign saying the fan had spent all of his furniture money just to see him live. Drake felt so bad that he told the fan he'd give him 50 bands for the support.
You know what, my man? Your furniture money, I'm gonna give you 50 bands.
Kinda dumb and stupid to spend all your money on a concert ticket, but I guess it ended up working out for him. $50K is pennies to Drake because Drake also owns the most expensive shoes ever made, and you can't even wear them. They're actually more of an art piece than shoes because they're made of solid gold. Their collaboration with Drake's record label OVO and the Air Jordan 10s. The artist that made these said he chose the 10s because they are one of the best designs. I mean, just look at these. I understand why Drake paid $2.6 million for them. They weigh more than 100 pounds though. Imagine trying to hit a jumper. But those shoes got nothing on Drake's car collection because after he blew up and left his Acura days, he traded in the Acura for a Bugatti Veyron Sang Noir, costing him $2.2 million. And if you're wondering why it costs so much, it's 1 out of 12 made, making Drake the only Canadian owner. It was also the first car to go over 250 miles an hour and reach 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. That was the purchase that turned Aubrey into Drake, because after that, he bought 7 other supercars like a $500,000 Lamborghini Aventador, $900K Mercedes-Maybach G6 50 long delay, and $1 million LaFerrari. But one of his craziest cars looks just like a fighter jet. This is the Devil 16 worth over $2 million. I mean, this thing looks straight out of 2070, and it puts the Bugatti to shame because it can go over 350 miles per hour. Drake's weirdest car is probably his Chrome Hearts Rolls-Royce Cullinan. It's got goth crosses and lily flowers like the Saints logo, all embroidered in the black leather. And when he turns out the lights, the ceiling lights up with stars. But that little club on wheels wasn't enough for Drake, because after the Astroworld disaster, Drake needed to blow off some steam and went to a Houston strip club, leaving over $1 million on the floor for him.
Nice Drake!
so he's no stranger to clubbing, even saying in multiple songs that he personally hires strippers. He loves them so much that he even bought a club in Houston called the Ballet for Millions. Drake claimed it wasn't a strip club, but instead a new dance experience for amazing women. I don't know, man. Sounds like a strip club to me, but Drake could buy whatever the hell he wants. Like one of the most expensive jewelry collections of any celebrity, starting with the chain from the legend Frank Ocean himself. The chain was worn by Frank at the 2021 Met Gala. It features over 9,000 diamonds and 18-karat white gold, making it worth over $1.7 million. Drake's also got a watch, where he can literally keep up his gambling addiction on the move. This is the Jacob & Co. Astronomia Casino watch, and it's got a whole operational roulette table on the inside. Drake's customized version is worth over $620K, but you already know he had to get a piece of jewelry made for his brand OVO. The logo is an owl, so he copped an owl pendant made of over a pound of gold and diamonds all over it, worth about $2 million.
W's in the shot.
Then he got together with Pharrell Williams and bought over $3 million worth of bling from him, including a golden Sony PSP. But his biggest jewelry purchase showed that Drake's the biggest pimp. He got a necklace made to symbolize his past engagements, and that's gotta be a whole lot of hoes. 42 diamonds for 42 girls. There's no way he proposed that many times, but he's trippin', man. The necklace itself is 351 carats of diamonds, melted in 18-karat white gold. Every diamond was hand-selected, which put the cost at $12.5 million. That's more than what my whole life is worth on a necklace.
So that's just a disclaimer?
His jewelry collection altogether is worth over $53 million. Damn. But that's nothing compared to his private jet called Air Drake, and it's worth an absolutely insane amount. The late legend Virgil Abloh designed the artwork that wraps the plane. It features a blue sky and Drake's overall logo on the tail. On the inside, he's got 3 private suites, 2 living room, and a business lounge. It could fit up to 45 people on board. He'll be throwing parties on there. This shit is nicer than my house, but the craziest part is, even though the plane is worth $185 million, Drake got it for free. A company called Cargo Jet knew Drake's impact on social media and culture, so they gave it to him as a marketing move. And they've said since it was a win-win. You want to know what else is a win-win? Subscribing. It's free. But even when you're the most famous rapper in the world, you can't get everything for free because he's been a shit ton on a long-lost carnival. Luna used to be a famous amusement park in the 1980s, but the weirdest part is none of the rides are rideable. This place is known for the rides being art pieces created by respected designers, but due to legal trouble, it's shut down in 1987. Drake liked it so much he wanted to bring it back. So in 2022, Drake put in $100 million to help it get back on its feet. Damn, $100 million. This looks like it was drawn by a child. He spent way more on mansions, though. Like with his Beverly Hills place, it's worth over $80 million, and it's got 11 bedrooms and 22 bathrooms. Don't ask me why I need to double the bathrooms. This thing looks straight out of Italy, and it's got a dope view of the Hollywood Hills. His bedroom has a retractable wall that opens to a private patio, so it can easily split some game with the girlies. He got over appreciating the view. He's also got his YOLO state in LA, which he bought for a cheap $7.7 million. It has an 80-foot water slide and a private resort inside of the waterfall. It's a bit more compact though, so his neighbors are close by, and Drake told him that if his parties bother them, he'll just buy them out. Now that's a flex, and he wasn't bluffing either because he ended up buying 2 other houses on the street, but his main crib is in Toronto. He built his $100 million limestone mansion exactly as he wanted it. He's put up a 15-foot Great Wall of Drake around the property, so no one can get in and take a peek. Each room in this place is basically like its own house, like Drake's master bedroom has its own kitchen, hot tub, dressing room, and 2 decks alone. As a rap fan, he had to get an indoor basketball court installed. On the way inside, you could see all the jerseys Drake got from real NBA players. He's also got a huge Olympic-sized swimming pool, a spa, a movie theater, and of course, the top-of-the-line recording studio. What more can you need? Well, apparently Drake needs more dopamine because he gambles more money than I'll ever see in my entire life. He loves roulette and has had some crazy wins. Like, in one of his live streams, he hit a single roulette spin win with over $17 million. Obviously, not every spin is a win. Like the time he lost $20 million betting with French Montana.
I'm keeping it real with you.
Embarrassing.
That's just luck, though. Any bets need some intelligence like sports betting. He's infamously bad at. He's lost over $2.6 million on UFC betting in 2022 alone. $1.7 million. Is he to beat Pereira? His sports betting has been so bad, people even call it the Drake curse. So anything he bets on, they bet the opposite. But surprise, overall he is up. That's probably because he partnered with Stake and they front the money for him to gamble, or at least giving him a bag to promote their site. If you've watched the streams on Stake, he's gambled over $1 billion on there, which I doubt is all his own money.
My alter ego, Anita McSween. Anita McSween. And to the rest of you, the non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters, you guys make me sick to my stomachs, fam. Honestly, if you guys want to look in my eyes, you guys want to do something?